No matter what it is in life that you want, you gotta go out there and get it.
What's up, team? This is Robert Porter and Tanya Hensley with the I Love San Bernardino County radio show on KCAM, NBC 106.5 FM, 1050 AM. We are missing Ipiani Locker today. He normally has his Redlands photography courses today. So, and oh my, if you have seen some of his work for Motivational Realization and his photography company, it is incredible. I mean, he should be turning some of these in for artistic awards. Very, very beautiful work, Ipiani, and I hope you, he's a little under the weather right now, so I hope you feel better, dude. We miss you so much, and we'll see you next week. I'd like to mention our sponsors, Golden Pizza. On Olive and Waterman or Golden and Highland. They have the $7.55 plus tax all day, every day takeout special. You know, it's Friday. You want to feed. You got a lot of kids. You got a lot of kids. You know, that's a whole school right there. Yeah. And, you know, wow, what do you get them? Well, you head on over and get them some pizza on Friday, and they'll be loving you. And you'll be like super mom and dad. So, yeah, so go hit Golden Pizza and Wings. Also, PAL Charter Academy on 2450 Blake Street, 909-887-7002. More info at info@palcenter.org. And PAL Center has been putting up posts lately about their automotive courses over there at the school. I know they have culinary courses. I know they do sports, especially football, basketball.
Yeah. We need to bring that back.
Yeah.
CIF.
It's
CIF
all
sports.
those little things like
bring
video.
Bring that ROP back, you know. Yep. We need to get these kids, you know, knowledgeable in all those trades.
Well, that's the perfect opportunity. So if you have a kid that wants a good foundation or wants to have a more structured environment, hit up Pallet Charter Academy. And one more time, 909-887-7002. And we'll have Dwayne on here soon. Go ahead, Tanya.
You know, they also have this. They have podcasting and radio hosting and all of that over there.
And videography.
Videography.
Moving up. And great events. I know the Easter egg event will be coming up soon.
Oh, the extravaganza.
Yeah, last time it was so nuts. There's like kids everywhere and so many eggs. Right. So many eggs. Lots of fun. And they hold, I think in 2 days, it's their food bank is going to be open. So,
oh, wow, that's great.
You can check that out. They have a lot of different extracurricular activities as time goes on. So, especially for the kids. So I like PAL Charter Academy, and I'm just going to say it. They're pretty cool.
They're turning up the west side.
Yes, right? They are. Yeah. I'd like to mention our I Love San Bernardino standout of the week is Sterling Cinemas. Like, we're doing a business today because I've been going to Sterling Cinemas over there more often lately, like date night, and because they got cheap popcorn, decent prices for the kids, and you know, so we can bring the grandkids and not spend $1 million. Yeah. That's cool. That to me shows that business truly cares about.
And that's right by the freeway too.
And guess where else it's right by Chubsy Smash Burger right there, right? And this is brought to you by Chubsy Smash Burger. Yeah, thank our sponsor Chubsy's for sponsor for today business of the week. And you know, Chubsy's over there at 2344 Sterling Avenue, and you know, have a double with jalapenos and extra sauce.
Yeah, you know what? Talking back to the movie, I have 5 kids, so when they were small, I used to take my kids to that movie theater.
Yes.
A lot cheaper. Popcorn for everybody. There you go.
And,
you get a popcorn. You get a popcorn.
Yep.
You get a soda.
You get
they feel like princess and princesses for the day, right? They feel like royalty.
No.
And they usually have decent movies. So, I mean, they don't always have all the movies, but like, still, we can always find one.
Yeah, so the people watching, please don't take your sodas to the movies theater. Just go to the movie theater by Sterling. It's a lot cheaper.
Yeah, it's worth it too. Like, cause you get out of there and you're hungry and you go right over to Chubsy's. And if you want,
Great place.
There's other places.
Great place.
There's Crazy Boss right there too.
Oh, yeah.
So you can go shopping, but they close at 8, I think. So you might want to do an early run on that one.
But a mashed burger.
Have you been to Crazy Boss? Anybody here?
Not the one here in town.
Well, yeah. You go in there, man. You can walk out with a shirt for $5.
But go get a burger. I mean,
Okay.
Yeah,
mashed
like
burger.
they got some decent clothes in there too. So if you consider it, man, I do a lot of my shopping there, and I see a lot of people you wouldn't think shopping in there.
Well, everybody
They
wants
get
to
all
save a
dressed up
buck.
because they save money dressing up, right?
Right.
All right, so that's how you do it. You buy something quality, team. You save it for a long time. You fix it when it's broke, and then you become like my grandpa and have some money in the end of your life.
But
Right?
not only that, you support local business too.
Yes.
And that's
Right.
what we need in San Bernardino.
Absolutely. Once you make it, like Chubsy Smash Burger, like Golden Pizza, when you're doing good, to help get the information out about your candidacy, right?
Yeah.
About your history, about Talk of the Town. So thank you, Chubsies, and thank you, Pal Charter Academy, Golden Pizza. Now, Palm Trees in Progress, Eric. Don't we have a new show here at KCAA?
Yeah, shout out to Family Street Foods. They are now playing Mondays at 6 p.m. Family Street Food. Great people, awesome show, and I was hungry by the end of it. So they were talking about Chubsies and other staples in San Bernardino. So shout out Family Street Food. Make sure to check them out. And also, if you guys want to download the app, look up KCAA on the App Store, on the Google Play Store, or the Apple App Store. Then you could tune in from Paris, France, or Paris, California.
And
Let go.
Palm Trees in Progress?
Oh, yeah. There's like this show that's not really good, but every Tuesday from 7 to 9, Palm Trees in Progress presents. Check it out.
2 whole hours.
That's what I'm told. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they're doing. They're in cahoots with the
You
station,
must
I think.
be a genius. Man, Henry and Perez family. Oh my God! Imagine you guys. You look so cool up here doing your show. I got some pictures. I'll share them a little later. But congratulations on your new show, and congratulations on your show. I've been wearing these socks for over a year.
Yeah, they're really crusty towards the end of it. We got to get you some new ones.
Man, but these ones I earned the holes.
Look, I wondered
I'm
what
gonna wait
it
for mine.
was.
Legend.
So let me get started off here with Mr. Medina. You're running for the 4th Ward of San Bernardino as a
Yes,
candidate. You've run for office. You've run for the water board once, right?
Yes, yeah.
You ran for council once before.
2018.
In the 4th Ward
Yes.
before.
Yeah.
I remember that time. I asked you if you would, step down so Alex could get some votes to beat Fred, but it didn't work out
Right.
because you and Alex were a little bit. Is it different this time? Or are you feeling more like you won't split the vote away from Fred, or how do you feel?
I think that I have my own base. Good night, everybody. Thank you for the invite. Thank you. I think that I have my own base. I've been walking since July, almost like 4,000 homes. And I think it's the same people that they voted for me last time for the water board. Got 6,800, and most of the people, when I got the signatures, I told Carolina, who's my manager, I said, "Hey, Carolina, it's going to take me like 2 weeks to get these signatures." I got it like in 3. Because people there are committed, they trust, the work that I do in the community. I've been right here for 30 years. I'm not a new resident, so every time that I do something for the city, people notice. I put my time as a commissioner back in the day. I worked with the Chamber of Commerce many times, and I was a board member also for the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. So you and I, we can share a lot of things that we can, the stuff that we gave to the community. And I think people, they see it. The people are watching. Even though people, they don't say or mention your name a lot, people, they're watching. They know that you are a serious person. They know that you are a family man, and they know that you mean well for the community. You're just not running for running. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be elected. I'm gonna city council. No, San Bernardino needs a lot of love. It needs a lot of understanding. And also, we need to stop, fighting to each other and start making things more. I don't know. I feel like we can do a lot more without fighting. You just mentioned right now, you attract more people, with anything with vinegar. And sometimes it seems like we do otherwise. And the city deserves better. That's why I'm running. I'm not running against Fred or anybody else. I'm just trying to do policy that is going to benefit my ward, benefits that is going to be policy that is going to benefit San Bernardino, and here I am.
Councilman Charette is running. You're running.
I'm running.
Any more candidates?
I think there's one more, Eric. I think.
Eric Marquez?
Yeah, Marquez. Yeah.
Marquez? Is it Marquez
Yeah.
or
Yes.
yeah.
But
And he's the guy that speaks at city council all the time.
Yeah.
And has the guard.
And you know what? And I admire that because everybody's allowed to go into the city and express what you think about the city.
Yeah, and I've never seen someone down a water
Yeah.
right there at the
Right.
Yeah, I demanded silence for a while, but
Yeah.
not down a water.
But,
That is-
but this is great. I mean, and this is what we want. We have kids there in high school, college, to go out there and because they frustrated to see a city that is dysfunctional. That sometimes, and I'm not talking bad about any of the people in the city council, but I think we can do a lot more better.
And
So-
go ahead, Sonia.
So there's actually one other candidate, and I would say that he and Jesus are probably the two strongest as far as getting things done. And that's Joe Salas. And I say that because I know Jesus has a background. He's done a lot with Rotary, and we've done a lot of different things out there in the community together. And really,
Joe Salas.
Joe Salas.
Where's he from? What does he do?
so he's from San Bernardino.
I know I'm gonna get in trouble because I think I've probably met him before, but I just don't know.
He's
who
an
he is.
educator.
Okay.
And he has really been out there hitting the ground. I know both of you have, right?
Well, that's what you're gonna have to do to beat Fred. But I'm worried. Like if you said those are the two best, that splits a vote for Fred.
Well, and the thing is this, right? Because when you look at Fred,
And I know, and Fred has his own. I just want a good race,
Well,
right? You know.
Yeah.
Like,
Fred has a following, right? Whether it's good or bad, he has a following. He has people that definitely like him. Fred's been in there a long time, and I'll really keep my views.
Last time when I talked to him on the phone, he actually butt dialed me. But not really. He actually said my name into the phone and but I called him back, like, because I was just wondering, and like
Yeah.
we had a good conversation, and he explained, things in the past and things like that. So, I mean, like, it seemed like a normal guy, and it wasn't, I just want a good, strong race between, the candidates, and
Yeah.
like, I think that you all have a little bit of something that can make San Bernardino better, and I hope Fred can pull it out right now, because they're in a big ass meeting right now that is crazy.
Yeah.
Like if you listen just to some of that stuff about the new amendment, or not amendment, ballot measure they want to put on the ballot.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, there were so many people in the meeting. Did you listen to any of it?
No.
Oh, like it was a full house, and it seemed like most of the people were against the possibility. But I'm always for a vote. I'm like let's let the people decide. If they'll decide, they'll smell BS.
When they changed the charter and they went through all of that and the bankruptcy and all of those things, we all know where that was driven from. We were talking about it outside.
It was exhausting.
And they succeeded in dismantling the fire department and
are historic, one of the oldest on the West Coast.
No, I understand that, and I hate that, but I do think that county does an excellent job, right? I think our fire chief does an excellent job. He really keeps a positive eye on San Bernardino and what goes on here and our different departments. So as hard as that was in that happening to a historic department, it has worked out. I'm not saying, the best, but it has worked out.
Yeah, those guys got jobs with the county, and they're doing,
Right.
their best in life.
They tried to dismantle our police department, but the sheriff's department couldn't afford it.
Nobody wanted. Yeah, nobody wanted.
They couldn't afford it. They couldn't afford the retirements that were committed.
And Cal Fire was the same way. They didn't want to do.
Right.
And to be honest, now the county is realizing having a huge entity isn't always, easy.
Right. But I say that because when you look at, you know, the last two elections that Fred's been in, that I can remember since I've really watched politics closely, Alex was only 8 votes away, right? That was not the last election, but the election before. Last election, it was Teresa, which is where Fred got upset with me because I had her on my podcast. He didn't want to go on my podcast, his choice. You know, I open it up to everyone. I learned that from Robert. During election season, you open it up to everyone. You give everyone an opportunity.
Yeah.
And I look at it like, you know, what's best for our city, right? And when you look at running for politics, I hate that phrase, right? Because even when I was going for community college district, my heart was in it for kids. And when you look at it, my question to you becomes, what is it in our city that has your heart? You know, that you want to see happen with our city, that your heart's in it, Jesus, and talk to us about that.
And I that's one thing. You have been involved since I've been involved, in Carolina as well. Like we've all been kind of this, with Abigail too. We remiss we didn't mention her, a school board member.
Yeah.
And it's been a crazy battle. Like, you know, we've been on the same team, been on opposite teams. You know, I remember when you first called me or talked to me over there at the brewery, right? Yes, and you were considering running back then too.
I was.
Yes, like I love that you guys are still running, but like right back to that first question, when it got divided, the incumbent won, and it's not. I'm not. Usually that's what happens. So like, what are you gonna do differently now? You heard you're walking, right? So like, how many votes? Like you said, 6,000 in a citywide district for the water district, right?
Yes.
Well, what about it? How many are you going for to increase your amount in the fourth ward itself?
I think one of the things that honestly, before I ran, I did a consultation and I talked to some of the people that I was very close in, and I told them, you know, I want to run, but I don't want to run just to run. You think that I can get, you know, have the support of this part of the community, and I walk my neighborhood, and most of the people in my neighborhood, they say, oh yeah, you know, yeah, I'll be pleased, to vote for you again. So just in my neighborhood, I got almost like 150 people. Thinking about that, our voters are almost like 17,000. I said, you know what, I'm gonna try it. So I walk again. And before the 4th of July, I walked almost like 500 homes, and I got a good response. So I think this election is going to be different. One, because I've been more organized. Before, I just ran because I was running, getting my name right there. But I did a campaign of one and a half month.
And
Right.
there's nothing wrong with just running to run. That's
Yes,
what we need more people to do.
But and
yes.
but that's fine. But
now, no, but
what
when
you
you're
do-
organized, that's when I see,
when you run with no organizations, what you do is just maybe you're taking a vote from the best candidate. And I don't want to do that this time. So that's why last year I started planning my race. I've been walking since I think the end of April, all the way right here. I can
when
pay.
is the primaries in
It's in June.
June.
I can pay my $25 for the signature. I didn't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I walked my neighborhood. I went over there by above Linwood, and I started getting the signature because what is the point? Yeah,
And you always get more.
Yeah.
Right.
Way more than you need.
I
You
got
don't want to
80.
be
Yeah.
not put on the ballot or something.
I got 80, and even one guy right there, he said, "Man, you should have paid that 25." No, what's the point? If I'm not gonna walk, and that's what I told people. You know, you don't endorse me if you don't see me out there talking to the people. If you don't see me out there knocking, don't support me.
Something.
I don't.
I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt, but I do want to say when I talked to Jesus and we talked about, he said, you know what, I think that I want to run for the city council. I'm very supportive of Jesus because I know that he's someone that has invested almost his entire life here in the same ward.
And raise his kids here.
He raised his
They
kids.
were raised local school, local colleges.
he's been consistent in his job. So those are like things that good qualities about people. I know that he's not running because he's looking at it as a paycheck. He has his job, but he's really looking to better the community. And he's not someone that just moved here 3 years ago. He's been here 30 years. I have worked with Jesus on many projects. We never expect to get paid. We don't expect recognition. We just really think that San Bernardino is the heart of the Inland Empire. And so I think that's why he has 100% my support. And people can see what's genuine. And they know that he has always, whenever I'm like, Jesus, I need help in this, or someone needs help, like, he's the first person to say, yes, like, how can I help? And so that's, what I see in Jesus.
And he's walking.
He's
right?
walking.
So Kerry Davis won the first time because he walked. He lost the second time because he didn't walk as much.
He didn't walk.
Yes.
But he was
Yeah.
he was a little sick too.
Yeah. For granted.
Yeah.
But in the end, that's the key, and that's what usually happens with incumbents that lose their second time is they don't do what they did to get themselves elected the first time. Now that you've lost, you're coming at it at a different.
I see it
look.
differently. I'm organized. Unfortunately for the elections, we have to, get money, get the fundraisers, get some money in the pocket. It's sad to say that when you call a politician, they don't ask you, hey, Jesus, what is it for you running for? Let me know, about, the first question that any politician, they ask you is, how much money do you have? I mean, that norm, it should have stopped because, that conviction that somebody has to run, it should be respectable. And if you have the willing and you have the ideas that is going to transfer in good things in the city, the money can come later on.
That's why I love public financing. Like, why I'm a little scared of citywide elections. Because a few big players end up running everything.
Or you get groupies. How a small candidate is gonna? How? But that's why you plan elections and you try to get the people on the momentum and start walking and talking to the people.
So if you get in, what are the first 5 things you're gonna do?
For me, there's 3 things that I'm working in getting straight with the rest of the council, because it's now, I can promise anything and just throw you a philosophy, what is it that I'm gonna do? But I would like to see a stronger law enforcement so that we can attract business, and then people, they can have a better safety.
Fought for
I think
Measure S.
those three things are connected. Have a good safety, bring business.
Not an authoritarian.
No,
not a brutal,
no.
But a San Bernardino police force that loves us but loves to protect
Have
us.
you talked to the policemen? I work in 906.
They're all youngsters and they love us.
906 Wilson by the projects. I work for the Housing Authority. I had conversation with the police. Man, the nicest guys in town.
And youth,
people
like,
they
are
know.
born here.
Yeah, people they know these officers, and they handle themselves with respect. That's what we want. But if we got it in the way that they're going to bring more security to the city, we can attract business. I walk over 80 businesses in my ward, and honestly, most of the people is like, man, they just broke my window.
It's all about safety. Every single business. Yeah.
I had talks with a lot of business owners, and that was the same concern. People,
and how do they
show
save
up,
money when you have a window break? It costs $800 to fix, and then your landlord won't cover it. So you're stuck. You have to pay.
And imagine putting your 2 cents in one shop, and the next day it gets vandalized. You're not a big player, but so you're gonna lose the money. So I think we as a city, we cannot let the business owners say, big or small, hey, you know what? We are gonna take care of you. Bring your business. Let's do this, and work. And also people that they work with the engagement in the community, to start being more engagement, to do more engagement in the community, so that way they get to know the law enforcement. I love the coffee with the cop.
Oh, that's
Extend it, make it more, easy for the persons to go. Don't show up just in this shop right here. Go to Wilson, to the west, everywhere, so that way they can.
That's what I used to like about the neighborhood association before they took away my neighborhood association, but they canceled my neighborhood association for nothing.
I just talked with the community neighborhood watch captain, saludos. He's a retired policeman right there in San Bernardino, and he said, "Hey, what about the coffee with the cop?" I mean, people they forgot that we are in the fourth. I always see in San Bernardino, but we need something right here.
Yes, yes.
Sometimes it's too far for them because these persons are more than 70 years. They're not going to be driving far away to get a coffee.
And it's good to actually talk
Yeah.
to the local
So you
officers.
so you
yeah.
hear stuff concerns about seniors.
What about people in residential houses? Like, what are their main concerns?
The main concern it was my key got beat up. They stole my things. They broke my window. We have no lighting. My sidewalk, I trip. I put a complaint. They never answer. I mean, little stuff like that.
Okay.
Even with the seniors, if you notice in my signature, at least 30% of the signatures are seniors, and I had a great talk with them. A lot of cup of coffees. My shooter was about to this level right here, talking to all the seniors. Goes, hey, you want a coffee? All right, yeah, let's do this. But
I hate to bring it in, but Carolina, how do we find out more information about Jesus and his run?
Well, you can give them your social media.
going to my Facebook, Bob Medina.
I was putting in my manager. Go ahead.
Yeah, and you can find me at Jesus Chuy Medina in Facebook. And honestly, go over there, like my post, and I'm gonna be putting my fundraisers right there. Like I said, I hate to do that, but in politics, this day, we have to get some money.
In your manager will kick your butt if you don't.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
Get some money.
but I promise you that I'm gonna work
M-E.
for every single penny that you give me.
And I told them by the end of the campaign, I don't want to see in like the bottom of your shoes. It better be
It's all
gone.
gonna
Yeah.
it's gonna
They better be
black.
gone because there's nothing. I mean, people put a lot of emphasis on endorsements, and yes, money is important, but nothing is going to replace making the connection with the people in the community. And Jesus has been doing that for many, many years.
And as a segue, what do you know about Sturgis Theater?
I know a lot. I know that when it was Carlos O'Brien, it was a place to go
Oh,
and
that's
see.
a different. That's a different
that
spot.
us? Is
No,
that
no, but that was a place to go and
Yeah.
and
No,
see.
that's a different.
That's a different-
historical building.
But
No, we'll get you. We'll get. No, go ahead. Sturgis is the one right there.
I went to it.
where the seventh.
Yes.
Where the seventh
It
Street.
used
Yeah.
to be a high school.
Yeah.
It used to be San
My,
Bernardino High School.
where my grandpa went to junior high there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But so introduce yourself, sir, because you got 3 or 4 names. So
Yeah, right.
he's like code.
My name is Edward Myers. I have worked at Sturgis for about 10 years, straight out, pretty much out of college. I went to Cal State San Bernardino. Right? The Coyotes. I graduated in 2006, and around early 2007, I started at Sturgis. I walked in the. I went around to the different theaters and playhouses, putting my name out there, and I ended up walking in the door to Sturgis, where I'm like, where's, who do I talk to? And so I ended up going down this long hallway to the north side of the building, where I noticed this door was open, and walked in, met Harold Luther at the time. At that time it was very basic lighting, and so he said, give me some light looks, and I did, and that's what started my career there.
Okay.
Harold Luther is a former Marine. Very nice to work with him. Also worked with Norm Patterson. He was the stage manager at the time. You familiar with him?
With yeah,
Cool.
my neighbor used to work in there.
Nice.
Yeah.
But worked many of shows. It started off as a community theater. The school district owned it back during that time. And then around 2010, California Theater acquired the building, and that's where we got the spillover from the California. The ones that didn't quite sell at the California were moved to Sturgis.
Okay.
Ones like Gregory Popovich, the Russian animal trainer, just to name, a couple. Terry Clark, Debbie Reynolds, But
you got some bullet points on the history
Yes.
for us.
so it, knowing Harold, and there's a sheet that the maintenance manager with the school district has read. David B. Sturgis was superintendent at the time, who passed at giving I think a commencement speech or something. But the building was named after him, David
Okay.
B. Sturgis, and the theater is the only building left standing of the whole.
How many buildings were there
school.
originally?
I couldn't tell you. I don't
Okay,
know
but
that
there was
for a
more than
fact.
one.
Right.
Okay.
I would assume it was built like college is now.
Okay.
You know, a different building for the subjects.
Okay.
So,
That'd be an interesting project as it is.
right.
The
I
layout
would,
and everything.
right. But let's see.
So what
What?
year did they make it a junior high? Do you
I don't have the
you don't have
paper
those
in
numbers,
hand.
but like
Right.
it was a junior high. Was it also a high school too, or no?
Not sure.
Not sure. But
Yeah.
then what year did it become a theater?
I could find that out.
Man,
I know.
You do your
Right.
bullet points. I'm
Right.
sorry, dude.
No, you're good.
I'm messing everybody's.
No, you're good.
You good.
But what?
Get
Yeah.
me off the air.
Right.
Can you beatball it down?
But some of my favorite, I think the favorite shows to work on, ones that got like a big adrenaline rush, was the one show that Sturgis pretty much produced, or at least while I was there, was Dr. Jekyll and Hyde.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I
I
was
actually know that one.
right.
Yeah.
That's one for Robert.
No, yeah. From the Cliff Notes.
Yeah. But with that,
The girl didn't get that joke over there.
They have no clue what Cliff Notes are.
Cliff Notes?
They're too busy on their
How
phones.
old are you, old man?
Yeah, right.
You're not older than me, so you know.
Wisdom here, you know. Doesn't hurt. But yeah, with Jekyll and Hyde, it was the a stagehand, and they brought in technicians like a lighting designer and a projectionist from Disney. I remember C.J. Emmons was had acted in the play. The sound technician pretty much built the set, which had been stored at the Carousel Mall, and no longer know what happened to that set.
Well, yeah.
So
Dust now.
Yeah.
no, it's been demolished. The
Yeah,
Carousel
no,
Mall.
that's-
It might have got sold off.
Right.
Like I have a couple small items that got bought when
Oh, cool.
Andrea Miller sold off all the stuff in there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but like so basically now you work there, like, so I heard that there was a possibility of creating a room inside Sturgis for a little museum.
Ooh, nice.
So this actually was told to me when I was trying to save the church by someone who was running the San Bernardino Unified School District construction unit or whatever. So maybe that might be something you might want to look into, and
Yes.
maybe ask San Bernardino Unified, say, hey, is there a little money I could use to
Well,
make a little
even not if it's not for the
museum?"
money, I'd like to dress up in my old uniforms and sort of, be a person to just. Would you like to know about San Bernardino? How much time do you have? Sort of thing.
Well, I do know that the church had a keystone and things like that they were supposed to like display in there, but I guess
Oh,
that all
yeah.
just went away. But still, it would be really cool to, have a little museum in there.
Yes.
And I don't know, just
Right.
an idea.
Oh yeah, of course. But
Any more bullet points you got
yes,
over there?
so along with the Jekyll and Hyde, some people I worked with, like Paul from the California Theater. He was a sound technician over there. Now he's a technical director. So it's a group effort of people that were connected to Sturgis, just knowing Harold, and we grouped together and did a Honda tent in the parking lot.
And during Halloween or?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
right around Halloween that year, and so we had Jekyll and Hyde, and then the haunted house, and the Jekyll and Hyde sold out every night. It was packed, but we used pretty much that we were able to use the school district parking lot for the parking.
For the overflow.
Yeah, the overflow, but most of the parking because the tent took up quite a bit of the parking lot.
Are you doing that this year, or are you gonna do that
No,
again?
it was just 1 year through a colleague of mine.
Yeah,
And
picking up
he's
the
the,
reins.
yeah, he's the one that put up the tent and was in charge of it. And so with that one, I was dressed up in an old man mask in the first room, and then I sometimes I'm like I'm really great with improv, but I had the old man mask on, and I'm like, hey, what are your thoughts on going along the line and sort of like scaring the people or something? He's like, oh yeah, go ahead and do that. So I go on to people behind, and what made the old man mask was the cut of the eyes for the most part.
See, this is the type of stuff that will give the kids nostalgia for San Bernardino in the future. Like, this is the nuts and bolts here, team. That he's doing stuff behind the scenes that we have no idea what he's doing, right? But you're making people happy.
Yes.
You're helping people
Yeah,
love
some of the
Sturgis.
yeah, and it was a pleasure doing it as a community theater because I was very connected with the community. I'm at a church now where about a week ago.
Well, you want to shout out your church? Go
Oh
ahead.
yeah, Due Seasons Ministry.
Okay.
Right down the street on Sierra Way, near 9th Street. But I was speaking with Pastor Elder Terry. She goes by many names, but she has different a lot, quite a few things that she does. But I was speaking with her, and so she had mentioned about like Loveland, and I'm like, do you happen to know Norm Patterson? And I'm like, Norm and Daz Patterson, and she had said, so we must have crossed sometime at Sturgis because she's like, yeah, she knows Daz and Norm Patterson.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, wow, that's cool.
It's a small world, huh?
Right?
Yeah.
And so yeah, just getting with the community, doing some, a bunch of school graduations, plays.
When is the next Jekyll and Hyde? That actually.
Oh,
sounds
it
interesting.
only was like 1 year, the
So
1 year
what's
thing.
the big play for this year?
I'm not sure the school district got it over, and I haven't talked to Toby much, but he's done a great work renovating it. I noticed he painted like the windowsills blue. And I'm like, where do you get, I understand all the other colors, but where'd you get the blue from? And he's like, let me, he showed me along the beams that Harold Luther had, painted and done a lot of the stencil painting up on the ceiling
Yeah,
and
it's
things like
beautiful
that.
work up there.
And I'm like, oh, now I see the blue.
Yeah. Cool.
So,
I've actually been in there, just took pictures of the roof. It's so
Yes.
for a
And-
historian, yeah.
and
it's like,
you,
wow.
you know where the curtains are?
Yes.
Those were once windows. And Harold said he had boarded them up, and you can hear the glass breaking as he was boarding them up.
Whoa.
Yep. And then it was boarded up, but I was there when they did the renovation work with the curtains.
Oh, man.
So, yeah.
Some cool history.
But one of the other ones I wanted to give a shout out to was Jamie Rios and the San Bernardino Cardinal
He
Beating
does
Pageants.
a good
Mr.
work.
Rio.
Jamie does do a great job.
Yeah, good job.
Yes.
He really makes the kids have nostalgia with this whole pageant and everything.
Yep,
It's-
I did that every year. I
Those kids
worked
are
there.
always so happy,
So
and,
happy.
and,
Jamie,
and helpers
Jamie,
too.
if you're listening,
Yes.
we're sorry. My condolences for you and your kid. One of the members passed away, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I did see
Second,
that.
like first or second runner up
Yeah.
from 2018.
And I want to say that he went to our club. I don't want to put, but I think back in 2017, I think he I don't want to say that,
You
today,
know,
but
may rest
we
in
had
peace.
so many going to the club that, yeah, Jamie, please.
All right, well, now,
last bullet point.
One last bullet point, then we got to segue to Tanya over there.
This is a dude. So one person also I got to know and become great friends with was Mario Maala. And so he had worked with Caltrans, but he worked in the multimedia department. But he had done the airbrushing to the Boba Fett costume in the original Star Wars. So if you want to talk, great stuff about San Bernardino, that's one of the things I like to mention. But here's the thing I had posted up on social media about the electrical boxes. If you notice, they've done Star Wars.
Yeah.
But the one that's directly across the street from the Caltrans building is actually Yoda.
Oh.
So it's like it's a coincidence or something.
Right.
But like,
That's fun.
That's still cool. That's still cool. And we will have you on again.
Cool.
Get your bullet points together.
Yes, sir.
And are you a Star Wars nerd? Don't say that.
Yes.
Well, join the club. Join the club.
Yeah, cool.
All right. Well, talk of the town. Tanya Rose Hensley, how you been?
I've been really good. So I've been doing,
Well, no. Wait. How you been?
I've been
Personally?
good, personally.
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
What's
you want my news?
Yes.
Okay. So, everyone knows that I have 5 daughters, 2 of them that Ed and I have together. And the baby came home, and on October 31st, Halloween, she brought us a cake that said, "I smell children."
Like, well, I mean, like, that could just be a witch going
Right,
after
right.
the Hansel and Gretel.
Right.
Except the top said Grandma and Grandpa.
Oh, no!
Right.
There you go.
There you go. Cinched it. So,
Well, that was a nice way. At least you had sweets.
It was a great way, right? And so, since then, she's kind of been doing the adulting thing. She moved out on her own. And this weekend, we had her reveal. We found out we have 5 daughters, okay? In case you didn't know. We found out we're having a grandson. Whoop, whoop. So we have a little boy coming into the picture. We're happy for that, and we're going to have exciting things going on with that. That means I get to do sports and baseball, and we did sports before, don't get me wrong, just not baseball. Swim, water polo, all of it. Football, whatever he wants to do.
Congratulations to you and your whole family.
Thank you.
High five to Ed, and that is just pure awesomeness. I know he's super happy.
We're excited, and they say boys are always mommy's little boys, so I'm excited for her. With that, I have some stuff that
Wait. You're still a commissioner, right?
I'm still a commissioner,
With the
workforce
county?
development
Yeah, okay, and
with the county.
You're working with Arrowhead United Way.
Work with Arrowhead United Way. I wrote a book.
And you got the book. Now that's, oh man, why didn't you remind me? I bought the book and I didn't even get it signed today, man.
So you're just going to have to find an excuse to see me. So as you guys know, I was a literacy specialist for many years, and I taught education and everything from preschool through university. And I wrote a book called 3 Doggy Explorers, University Hills Expedition.
And they explore out behind Cal State.
Yep, and it has the Arrowhead in it. It has San Bernardino, just Cal State, the Coyotes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just many different things up there behind the hills that you find if you go up there. And so it's based off of the trips that we would take with our dogs during COVID, kind of how the podcast started was during COVID. So I love that. And then I've been doing some I say this because I ran for politics. Not that I did bad. I came in second.
You did good.
I had over 7,000 votes.
Yeah.
Like I felt like for being a first run, I did really well. Thank you, Jesus. But the other side of that is I always say I get more done walking in any back door than I ever do a front, right? And many people know, and they will meet with me and talk to me and have those conversations. And I love that for our city because I really do feel like I get a lot done. But one of the things that has really been heavy on my heart and why I kind of asked you some of those different things is it's our planning and development. I think we have a beautiful canvas. And I say this, and I'm very open about saying, how do we turn it into a Van Gogh instead of letting everyone come in and rape our city and turn it into a place for cockroaches to go, right?
They take the money and they get out, and then like we don't have none left for us.
Right. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. And so I say that.
That's why I've always been about hire from within our community. You know, it just hardly ever happens.
Well, I've been talking to some different people and some different developers, and I said, okay, there's some things that I would like to see done. Talk to me. And so they'll talk to me and we'll talk about things, and they say, okay, where are you talking about? And as soon as I say San Bernardino, they look at me and they say, I hate going to San Bernardino. I'm like, okay, why? No, valid points, right? If I have my money, I want to know why. And so they told me some things that they would suggest doing to make it better in the process, because the process is a nightmare. That's one of the first things I hear. The other thing I hear is the politics, because there's so much fighting on the dais, and you were talking about it earlier, right? Like
now they're arguing.
Right. We have people that hate each other, and if we're seeing that, you think developers don't pull up those videos? They don't go stand and sit in the library. They're watching from a 10,000 foot view where they're looking at that and they're like, I don't want to put my money in that, because they can't even figure out how to get it together enough to move forward.
That's why that's why it's important for us to vote in the people that will actually do that, or at least give them the tools to do it.
And I want to say something real quick is part of what I do is help people that want to open up a business. So I get to go to the city of Rialto, to Yoruba. I've been to San Bernardino. If you want to know why people don't want to do business in San Bernardino, go and try to get something done. And planning.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
And I have sat there and I have seen the people.
This radio station dealt with the same thing.
Yeah.
When we first left the Carousel Mall, Andrea Miller made it so difficult that we had to go to Redlands. And in Redlands, they gave us our license and everything in one day.
Right.
And
right.
here it took like weeks.
Yes. So I think that's one of the things why Jesus has focused also on going and talking to business owners and to see how can you streamline the process. I mean, we're talking anywhere from a small business to like bigger developments. How does that come to the city when, I mean, go and sit there for at least 30 minutes and see nothing gets done.
I sat down with some of the developers that they're working in the north of San Bernardino, and also mentioned, and I do plans all the time because of my work, but I don't see it because I get paid by the hour. And I say, okay, you know what, it's gonna get done. I'm gonna manage other projects, and meanwhile, but some of these developers, they're small developers too. So if you put some planning to be checked, I mean, 1, 2, 3 months is money that is costing that developer.
Yeah.
So people, they don't want to invest, but that's why we're coming with a different talks and different ideas. So that we can.
We'll do something different right now. We'll start with you. What is your favorite thing about San Bernardino, and then we'll end the show with this.
The people. People, they get confused, and people, they say, oh, San Bernardino is ghetto. For me, the people, I go everywhere.
They're real. They'll tell you the truth.
I still remember my daughter running in the 90s towards the carousel mall, running around, and she was getting close to the carousel, and she felt, people from San Bernardino, I don't know, she got it and said, oh, that baby. Oh. Same people that was living back there is the same people right now. Your car gets stopped in the middle of the street, somebody is going to come and push the car. Yes. Because people in San Bernardino, they have the heart. And that's what I love about San Bernardino, because people, they have heart right here. Maybe they're losing hope, but the heart is in there.
Okay.
Me, I want to say I live in Bloomington, but most of the people that I work with know that I make
That's
it.
San Bernardino County, by the way.
Yes, they know that I make it a point to come out here to San Bernardino, spend my time, my money in San Bernardino, because I really believe in the city is going to turn around. So I love the people in San Bernardino.
Well, thank you. I love you guys.
I just love San Bernardino, the history and the people I meet, the facts that I find about celebrities even being born here. It's pretty much up to us to shed a new light on San Bernardino on a positive mindset as far instead of us being looked at as a negative
And
mindset.
I have a serious question for you.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you can answer this, but where is your favorite place to eat here in San Bernardino?
I have my gems of San Bernardino, so I got many different places.
Well, I want to know.
One of them.
Okay.
Okay, I'll do shout outs. Let's do the Mexico Cafe for starters.
Okay, yummy.
The Miyagi's
Okay,
sushi.
okay.
This is the top of my head, but let's see. Of course, the infamous Green Shack.
Okay, all right, we'll end with Bean Shack. Good sandwiches
Yes.
right there.
So for me, one of my favorite things that hasn't been said, because definitely love the people, the history of our city. There's a museum at San Bernardino High School, by the way. The University Hills area. I love that area. Hiking up in that area, taking my dogs out. Just, from the rattlesnakes to the ponds and the tadpoles and all of it. I love to get out in nature and see that
Yes.
area.
That's very important for people.
And I always my favorite thing is the arrowhead, but
Yes.
teaching about the arrowhead to our youth. So what do you two feel? Come on over here. What is your favorite thing about San Bernardino? Come on over here. You can use Tanya as a microphone right here. Come on, let us know. What's your name?
My name is Sofia Castillo, and my favorite thing about San Bernardino is the people. I love the community and how much people show up and show out for each other. I love all the small businesses.
And we love your hair. That is awesome hair.
Thank you. Carolina did my hair.
I do want to say that Sophia has a project that she's working on. It's a little channel. And you want to tell them what it's called?
It's called Emo in the Dino.
No, I've seen that. I've seen it.
Well, I'm just
It's
working
catchy.
on it. I'm trying to go to different places all around San Bernardino County because I want to show a little bit of the history, or show that, there's like a kind of a bad stigma around like San Bernardino is not a good area and stuff. But I love so many things about it. I think it's a beautiful county, beautiful city. And there's so many great things that I want to show people. I want to show people that stuff.
So she's running for mayor soon?
She's ready for me. There you go.
Hey.
And, Madame, do you have
Sorry?
anything you love? Come on, come on, be shy.
No.
You can yell it from over there if you want.
No, it's okay.
Okay, well, I'd like to end this with thank you so much for all your hard work, and we miss you at Biani, and we can't wait for you to come back on the show. Thank you, Tanya, for helping me co-host today, and we'll have you
Absolutely.
come in again. Dude, we love the history, and thank you for the bullet points, and we'll get you back in and talk some more Sturgis history with some dates.
Yes.
Jesus and Carolina,
Muchas
good
gracias.
luck with your
Muchas
race.
gracias por
I
tenernos
think you
aquí.
guys are going to do great, but I did forget there was one more candidate. It's going to be a big lineup. Vince, I believe, might be running too. So,
Oh.
yeah, that may be a big show, but keep doing the walking, and may walk right into that.
Thank you.
And this is Robert Porter, missing it beyond the of San Bernardino County Radio Show.
I'm walking and talking, living the
NBC News on KCAA Loma Linda, sponsored by Teamsters Local 1932, protecting the future of working families. Teamsters.